To start off, this is a PowerPoint on Carol Pilgrim made by me, Clarissa Lopez. This first slide is just a picture of her. I couldn't find the exact date, but I did take it from the university website. Since she is a staff, I decided to use the same picture that she has on there. So this is the picture, guys. I couldn't find the exact date for this picture. I did try looking for it and see if it is still active, but I couldn't find any information on it. Carol Pilgrim, an introduction. Okay, so I am just going to tell you guys a little bit about her that I didn't include on this slide. She has a bachelor's degree from Virginia Polytechnic Institute and State University. She did graduate in 1978. Dr. Pilgrim also has a master's degree in experimental analysis of behavior from the University of Florida. She graduated with her master's in 1983. Dr. Pilgrim finally got her PhD in experimental analysis behavior from the University of Florida, which she graduated from in 1987. So here on this introduction, I'm just going to read it out loud to you guys. The first point is Dr. Pilgrim is a professor and an associate dean at the University of North Carolina, Wilmington. Dr. Pilgrim focuses on developing children with autism and other developmental disabilities. She currently works with children between the age of 5, but as I read on her profile from the staff of that university, she does range from 4 to 12, but she most currently likes to focus on 4 to 9 of ages. She conducts her studies mostly in preschools, daycares, and after-school programs. Although those are not the only studies she conducts, she also has studies for adults in her laboratories. So she doesn't just focus on children, she does both adults and children. It's not just one or the other. She tries to give a more lenient possibility. She includes everyone in her studies, not just children. These are just some little clip arts that I thought would be fun. As you can see here, there's a daycare, and over here there's a school. And there are kids. So these were some of the articles that I found. The reason I picked these articles, the first two are kind of her talking about, the first one is her talking about her education, how she kept one principle in mind throughout her entire training process. I liked this article because she does give a lot from a student point of view. She doesn't give a point of view as a professor. It's all like when she was a student. The second one's opportunity and some lessons learned from a career in behavior. This is her like in an interview. They interviewed her. She explains how she came to be, her background, her history, how her whole career started, how her whole interest in this career started in the first place. The last 3 are articles that she wrote about her research. So I thought these would be interesting just to add a little definition of what her research truly is. So if you guys want to look these up, that would be awesome. It's a really great read, and I do recommend for you guys to read them on your free time. So I added a picture of her, of course, and a graduation cap and a degree, since the first 2 articles are about her and her past. The interview questions that I would ask, these are only 5 of them. I did want to add more, but I didn't want to overwhelm you guys. So the interview questions I would ask, did you always want to work with children? Because I know some people go into this field and some don't want to work with children. They want to work mostly with adults. Others want to work mostly with children. So it's kind of, I wanted to ask this out of personal because I prefer to work with children more than adults. What made you choose your career? I think this is a question that everyone should ask because there is that one defining moment in every person's career. I read your work with adults as well. What is their part in their experiments? I do want to learn more about this because what is the adult part in her experiments? What advice do you have for someone interested in applied behavior? And what services do your laboratories offer? This last one is just why I think her work is important. I think her work is important because she mostly focuses on symbolic and relational stimulus control and stimulus equivalence. She does studies on children, which could help current educators with applied behavior with students. So I think it is good because applied behavior, a lot of teachers do not understand it. They do not know how to apply it in their classrooms. But that just doesn't help classrooms. It helps students. It helps parents. I think more people should look into this kind of research because it does help out a lot more than people think. And that's the end of my slideshow. Thank you guys for paying attention.